I just read a book by Kurt Vonnegut, a collection of pieces written by him, some about his family, some about his life, and some are reflections on matters of import to him, most especially war. War is a consuming theme of his because of his experience of it in the Second World War, as it is designated, when he lived through the firebombing of Dresden, and then was forced as a prisoner of war to attend, if I can put it that way, to the many thousands of corpses that remained after the attack, pulling dead bodies, or what remained of them, out of the smoldering ruin, fate's way of pushing his face wide-eyed into death and destruction day after day. That isn't something you recover from, not even if you write an acclaimed, best-selling book about it years later. Vonnegut couldn't get the thought of war, the presence of war, the sight and smell and feel and the sound of it out of his mind. Humanity, he thinks, is dead set on killing everyone, and people keep coming up with more terrible ways of doing this. Ordinarily, one crazy person is not enough, not nearly enough, to fright the world. But given the tremendously powerful, or should I say deadly, weapons at our disposal, one person, crazy or not, can become a true threat to the entire world, increasing the chances of our, as the saying goes, mutual destruction. War is hell, make no mistake about it. And when in a war, it becomes irresistibly reasonable to make that war so brutal, so frightful and fatal that no one wants it to continue. You want to pound your enemy into submission as completely and quickly as possible. Obliterate them. That is the most merciful thing you can do. It is by this calculus that the bombs over Hiroshima and Nagasaki saved lives. War is about killing, and once the killing starts, it is hard to stop it. Killing in itself creates the reason for more killing, and so on, as Vonnegut would say. And so on, and so on, and so on. We have been killing one another for a very long time, from time immemorial, as they say, and by now we have become extremely proficient at it. The best minds are always coming up with new and better ways to accomplish this killing. The man who lives across the street with his wife and 3 young daughters, he designs anti-personnel rockets, guided drones. He's very proud of his delivery systems, happy to talk about their superb destructive capabilities as he tends the backyard grill and watches his daughters at play. There are many wars, or near wars, going on right now. In one of them, so it is reported, the leader of the country used a chemical weapon on, so it is said, his own people. This is considered particularly monstrous because of the use of a chemical weapon to kill anyone it contacted, and because this leader was killing his own people, that is, people who were opposed to his leadership but were living on his land. This was considered so terrible that my country, America, intervened with a rocket attack against the air base from which, it was said, the chemical weapon, sarin gas, was deployed. We were using this strike as a way of saying, very forcibly, we forbid the use of such a weapon. This is called sending a message. But, as someone said to me, another message is also sent, and that is that it is perfectly all right to kill people, any number of people, so long as you do it with what we call conventional weapons. If you fight your enemies with machine guns and grenades, landmines, bombs, and rockets, that's okay. Just don't get into the chemicals, biological, or the nuclear stuff. Limited warfare is acceptable. It's like saying that a certain fraction of pollution in the air and water is acceptable, meaning we can live with that. It's not good, but we can live with it. Kurt Vonnegut wrote that it would be pointless to write an anti-war book. You might as well be anti-glacier or anti-rain or anti-mountain. If there is a God, and he made people, either he is one sick puppy or he did a lousy job of it. I prefer to think that there is no such creator, and we have brought all of this evil upon ourselves. It was in our nature, not just to love one another, and to produce offspring from such love, but to hate and destroy and kill, world with a sorry end, for us at least. Amen.